Article 2, Section 23 highlights the indispensable role of civil society in Philippine democracy. The framers of the 1987 Constitution wanted to move beyond purely representative democracy, which means through elections, toward participatory democracy, where people's organizations, POs, non-governmental organizations, NGOs, and sectoral groups are empowered to shape governance. This provision declares that the state must encourage and support NGOs and sectoral organizations that promote the welfare of the nation while respecting their autonomy. Section 23 is reinforced by Article 13, Sections 15 to 16. Section 15 states that the state must respect the role of independent people's organizations to protect their collective interests. Section 16 guarantees their right to effective participation at all levels of decision making. This was revolutionary in 1987 because it rejected the top-down politics of authoritarianism and empowered grassroots groups to be genuine partners in nation building. Democracy under the Constitution is not confined to elections. It is continuous civic engagement. NGOs and sectoral organizations serve many roles in society. First, advocacy, pushing for legal and policy reforms. Second, service delivery, providing programs in health, housing, and education, often filling government gaps. Third, we have community empowerment, training people to become leaders and rights-conscious citizens. And fourth, sectoral representation, ensuring marginalized groups like farmers, women, fisherfolk, and IPs have a voice. In this way, NGOs and sectoral organizations make democracy inclusive and people-driven. The party list system is one mechanism for NGO and sectoral participation. In Ang Bagong Bayani versus Comelec, the Supreme Court ruled that the party list system was designed to give representation to marginalized and underrepresented groups. It stressed that traditional political parties should not dominate this system. Later, Atong Paglaom versus Comelec broadened eligibility, but the spirit of Ang Bagong Bayani remains foundational. Party list representation is meant to empower disadvantaged sectors. The Constitution protects the independence of NGOs and POs. They must remain free to criticize or oppose government policy. Yet, the state also has a duty to support and consult them. This is why laws like Republic Act 7160 or the Local Government Code mandate NGOs and POs representation in local development councils. It ensures that planning and governance are informed by grassroots voices. The principle is clear. Autonomy plus support equals authentic participation. Section 23 transforms democracy into a participatory system. NGOs and POs are partners, not competitors of the government. Sectoral participation ensures that marginalized groups are included in national development. The state must establish consultation mechanisms so grassroots communities can influence policy making. This ensures that governance reflects the needs of the people, not just the interests of political elites. To conclude, Article 2, Section 23 emphasizes that NGOs and sectoral organizations are essential partners in promoting the welfare of the nation. Article 13, Sections 15 to 16 further guarantee their autonomy and right to participate in decision-making. The court affirmed that sectoral representation must favor the marginalized. Together, these provisions and doctrines transform Philippine democracy into one that is not only electoral but participatory, inclusive, and people-driven.